Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Goosebumps HorrorTown as we take a look at part 1 of this event, September's event, Welcome to Dead House. Which is weird because I thought you would think it'd be Welcome to the Dead House, but no, it's Welcome to Dead House, so whatever. One thing I will state is if you're interested in the history behind this book, you can take a look at part 0, but if you already did that, that's fine too. This part is going to be basically looking at what is new within this update, the typical fanfare. I've cut a little bit out just for time's sake, but also just because I'm going to cover most of the other stuff in the Crafting 101 section, which will be following after this part and going into part 2. So, yeah, you probably have already seen it because this video is pretty late, like I said, in part 0, but that is to be expected. So we are going to be taking a look now and seeing what this game has to offer. So we're going to start off right where the update, after finishing off, this is what my game ended up turning out. So we're going to clear some coins here, and looking at the event area, we'll get a very interesting surprise. Yeah, a building's here. We can't click on anything yet, nothing's popped up because the update hasn't officially updated. But yeah, interesting things here. We also got what looks like a bus. Yeah, this is a bus. Oh wait, just realized the Welcome to Dark Falls sign is there, and I'm assuming this is the Dead House per se. Be interesting to see where the story lies in that. I didn't get to see that real quick. Apologies on that. But yeah, that's the Dark Falls sign that I showed in the episode, like that was in the episode. So I'm glad to see they kind of put that in there. So very interesting. No new land has opened up just yet. Nothing seems to have changed other than the event area from what I can see up here. And like always, let's take a look into the book section, and nothing has appeared, unfortunately. I'm still curious on what the special is all about, because that's just been teasing us for such a year now. And of course, nothing's here, besides noticing but countless Yvonne and Fifi are here permanently as monsters, so that's interesting. And yeah, just a quick look, nothing really to report, and that's about it. So eventually, after I take a look into this, and poor Frederick is a neighbor, we get this. The game is being updated with the Goosebump Squad. And sure enough, welcome to Dead House. Students go to an exposition to the Dark Falls chemical plant to learn about physics, chemistry, and monsters. Alright, that sounds about good. Let's click. And already we're getting a prompted to the new bundle there. I can see that in the background, but I don't think we'll take a look into that just yet. And, ooh, 13 days! I thought we learned from this! But, season event has begun. The typical fanfare, play new animations, craft new items, play new scene. Same thing we've seen before, but here's the new stuff. The collectibles. Seems like we got the ice cream scan again. We got Better Call Dawes, what I've mentioned before, 4450 there. Chemical, we got the premium stuff there. We got Nitro Fuel, we got Atomic Art, we got the book sculpture, 500 there. Hopefully we don't have to use that at all. But regardless of that, we have Trophy Earth, the processor, which is another premium stuff, water cooler. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of items here, so maybe this will be a short event. And here is the Crystal Flask. I'll probably mention more of this in the Crafting 101 video, but let's see what we... So I guess that's the item there. We need a Ghostly Smoothie. Fun fact, I think the Ghostly Smoothie was during the first update for There's No Easter Bunny. Undead Detector. Okay, so we need 8 of those. We need 9 of the Ghostly Smoothies. We need 7 of the flasks. What is that? Alright, Undead Detectors. I guess the Dark Falls, yeah. Violet to Chemical. Okay, so the Dead House scene. Okay, so this is the Dead House scene we have to build. Alright. Sounds fair enough. And then this is the ether detector. It will need to be crafted at the Dark Falls chemical plant. Alright, sounds about good. And we already have what looks like a zombie task for the chemical contender with these items here. I didn't really go for it because although there's like one each and it's like 24 hours, no thank you. Alright, let's take a look into this. So, it looks like they're using the ice cream truck from the not the Halloween, but, you know, it's a dead house, so we got a bunch of characters there. So, Dark Falls Chemicals. Again, most of this stuff you probably will see in the Crafting 101 when I go into depth, and that will probably be when this event was new. This is more me in the future, looking at this and then going to the past, pretending as if it's one thing, so don't excuse that with the continuity. So, you know, I'll get you to look into this. We got a few things here. And you got ice cream for the living cream monster. That's interesting take on... It looks like pudding, or not pudding, but it looks like a cupcake. So we got the extra samples, we got the ice cream stuff there. It's interesting how the sundae doesn't go into this smoothly. I'm assuming that's probably because they don't want to make this too difficult, so there's that. And it looks like the gun is going to take a lot more. So that kind of sucks, but what can you do? So, a user recently, one of my comment videos, was talking about... yeah, I'm not too happy about that. No book, by the way, which sucks. A user was talking about how they wanted me to do a video of my collection. I guess just as, like, what some people say, like, what I got as character-wise. So, I might do that. I might do that near the end of the year, and I'll probably quickly talk about each character, but namely, my hope is that all the characters will be covered in their own videos, but I guess this one will be more of a show you what I have. And I guess this is Fifi's new animation, which is the Howl. Uses her monster form. I really do like that they kind of utilize some new animations with characters we've got previously before. So it seems like that's going to be a trend. And yeah, now we got ice cream going on there, and of course the 2 mystery boxes, so you never know. But I believe in a bit we're going to go into our first quest, so... yeah, I don't think I had the other ice cream that I got during the other...
Beloved citizens, I am thrilled to announce that the future has come to HorrorTown.
Sorry about the interruption, and future of HorrorTown, eh? What is it this time, Mayor?
Are we finally getting a 4D movie theater? We're not. With Compton Dawes' help and vision, we will begin the construction of the Dark Falls Seaside Chemical Industrial Complex.
Poor Eric, and why would you build such a thing on the dock?
A chemical plant on our shores? Oh, don't let that clunky name scare you. This will be all about clean energy, science, and progression.
Yeah, press X to doubt on that one.
And so much more. Our complex will revolutionize production. A new HorrorTown awaits.
Ooh, I see. Is that the southern gentleman accent that I gave to Compton Dolls there? Stand to the promenade, get yourself a plasma orb. Plastic orb. Yeah, I got that in the chemical W, which I think I will joke to say that maybe stands for win, but... So his animation here is planning strategy. This is an old one from before, which we'll see in a bit. This one is booting... Okay, hold on, I was just looking. Alright, Dr. Fredericks will have boosting transition. Oh god, Grim. I didn't get to say exactly what it was, but basically he's working on his little machine there. We're gonna get to see what this looks like, as well as the other quests that Mr. Mortman has. But yeah, this is interesting because of the fact that I have a lot of videos that I have to catch up on, and I'm hoping to get everything up to snuff. It's interesting how the user not only wants me to talk about characters, but also scenes. And I will mention them. Like, what I think I'm going to do is by the end of the year, I'll do kind of like an update of what I have in store. And while I talk about this, I'll also talk about future stuff, or what I want to see in the future of this game. Plus, I'm trying to think what else. I believe the other thing I would probably talk about is other interesting stuff too. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, this is his animation here. It's actually pretty new. He got a new little machine. That's always interesting. Love to have Dr. Fredericks be useful for once in an event. That's very nice, and it makes sense for a sciencey event here. And this is the recycled animation before. You might have noticed this is from the Body Squeezers event, but that's fine. Again, as so long as it makes sense. So we're gonna have him measure risks. Okay. So we're gonna see him looking like this. This is something new. The animation itself, not so much, but that whole, well, I mean, it is new, don't get me wrong. Like me saying it's not new, that's not nice. Yeah, so everything's pretty much new here. So now we're gonna look at the chemical W. It looks like Mrs. Marr can do it with cooking some stew, and it's gonna be needing the, is that the porch? No, it's a, what do you call those things? It's those outside gazebos, that's it. It's a gazebo. Okay, so it's using a gazebo. Interesting. I wonder what this is going to go into, to say the least. I'll be interested to see the next event, just because I believe, like, I'm going to tell you about this, and there's some facts I wanted to talk about, but I'm holding off until that one. And by the time you hear this recording, I'm hoping to be able to kind of give a interesting announcement when it comes to what I've been doing since October. And oh, what? Oh no, Mrs. Marr, are you really doing that animation again? This is like the third time now. And look, you're just cooking the thing on top of the gazebo. That's a safety hazard, man. Anyways, doing chemistry. So Chuck has an animation, so let's see. Is it going to be good? Let's find out. Oh, what's this? Okay. It seems like Chuck's animation's a little bit bugged there, but it looks like he's kind of playing true with, what's his face? It was Dr. Frederick's animation of chemicals blowing up in his face. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick look here to see where we find our new boy. So he's not a monster. He's a neighbor. Better call Dawes. Neighbors. Yep. Sounds about right. And he's not a nobody. And here are the two. So we got 2 premium drops this time around. So I guess this is really a short event. So maybe this will be doable. I don't know. Like, I'm not used to these 2 weeks events. And yeah, there's the ice cream stand. If you're curious, this in the game, if you haven't gotten it, this is how much it costs. So because I got it, you're only going to get 1. But for some reason, I was able to have 2. I believe the one before was from the, what do you call it? One of the events, from one of the Easters, and then I got it again. So I have 2 of them, but it seems like you can only have 1. I'm not sure why that is this time, but okay. Well, I can't have any more, apparently, so that kind of sucks. Let's see if Slappy has anything here. He does not. Okay, that's nice. He has nothing for me here. Very... Man, I'm really starting to worry about Slappy. He used to be somebody who's useful, but we're gonna have him do the salad thing for one of the items needed. We still have these pine cones since the other thing here. Yeah, so it was a gazebo. And whoa, go back up, go back. What is this? Search for pine cones. 8 hours gives you 96. Okay. So it doesn't drop an item that we need, but it does drop currency. So, okay, I guess this is what she's going to be doing for the next 8 hours. Why does she need pine cones, though? That makes... doesn't really make sense to this whole event thing, you would think, but... Okay, pine cones it is. Just don't think about it, just... that's just what it is. Dustin has him getting ice cream, which is like what we've seen before with him doing ice cream, so nothing new there. Marty has something for us. He can do looking for garbage. Looking for garbage. Needing trash bin. And he does drop, it's another 8-hour quest just like Lucy, and it seems like it drops us 91, and maybe, I think the electrons is used for, I'm trying to think if the electrons, I don't think it is used for this event, so another item that isn't really useful, but could be, I guess. It's kind of hard to determine at this point, but there you go. Alright, so, yeah, Slappy's there now. Here's a close-up of his animation here. It's pretty new. I think it's new. It's interesting how he's throwing garbage in the bag. Here's something interesting. Giovanni also has a new thing, which is dancing flamenco. I think it's a dancing flamingo. Yeah, so we're going to take a quick look at this animation here. Look at her sweet dance moves. Yeah, look at that. It's like a salsa dance of sorts. I'm trying to... Is it a salsa dance? I think it is. Alright, and then we of course got Mr. Wood, and he's actually very useful. He becomes a vampire. Oh, becoming a vampire. Okay, well this will be interesting. Oh. Oh, you just dance. No new animation, eh? Okay, so I guess becoming a vampire means you're dancing. Alright. Alright, and I think that's about it for characters for now that's useful. Let's go ahead and click on the pine cone, perhaps. Yeah, might as well. Man, I'm kind of intrigued how we don't get any cool new characters. But yeah, this is Compton's pack for the usuals thing. You get 150 this to storage, a unique item which looks interesting. And the Better Call Doll store, which has good old Compton in there for 450, which is like the other event there. What's interesting about this is that there is nothing new else added into this pack. I looked on the other freemium account, and it didn't seem like there was anything new there. I am going to kick myself because in the next update to this game in October for Halloween, I did miss out on something. Luckily, someone, the Facebook page did screenshot it, so I'm going to mention this because I find it's very interesting how something was there, but yet wasn't in the store at all, and wasn't mentioned or anything like that. But that's that problem. This is this problem. So, yeah, it seems like it could be a bit complicated compared to the last one, but it seems like it's doable. But yeah, one of the things we're gonna need is the creepy graveyard, and oh boy, do I have some stuff to talk about the creepy graveyard. And it seems like the typical furry 60-90 we've been getting so far, and it seems like he drops 60 if we do have Compton. So it seems like Compton will be very needed in order to get a good boost. I might as well go ahead and summon the zombies and good old Andrew Craw. Good. Yeah, alright. Let's time pass. So we should have some characters done with getting all the items we need. So this should help us with the plasma orb. So now we need chemical W and okay. Mrs. Myers not gonna give us anything, so that's good. I think Chuck is one who can actually do it. So let's see if I can't find him. I'm trying to remember where he was. Alright, so Eric. That's good. So it's giving us some stuff slowly, but let's just... There we go. I'm measuring risk. Might as well clear him out too, because he's done. And we should be getting close to where... What's his name? Chuck. We were probably getting close to where Chuck is for what we need to do. So let's see if we can't find him somewhere here. Should be close, by the way. Let's find out. Where is Chuck? Looking for garbage. Sorry. I think I mentioned this before, but I can't help but, like, Always Sunny's from Philadelphia ruined that for me. Now I always have to think Danny DeVito is not the funny man, but the trash man, you know. Just because people memed that to all hell. And, yeah, I'm trying to debate whether or not what to do with these kinds of videos, because YouTube's kind of doing this new policy, and I'm not sure if I need to swear more, like I did back then. I don't think I want to, but Alright, here we go. Here's should be done with this right about now.
Good news, everybody! The complex had been officially inaugurated. And to celebrate the occasion, Mr. Dawes have offered to give the students an educational tour of the facilities.
Oh, so that's why it's a school event. Okay.
Cool! We finally get to know what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, isn't that very nice of him to do? I wonder if it's anything shady later on. Who knows?
This is so exciting. A field trip with the state-of-the-art industrial complex? When Mr. Dawes offered, I couldn't refuse.
The lab, the core redactors, the build conveyor system. So much to see, so little time.
Yes, but remember, Doctor, the main reason you're tagging along is to make sure the children stay safe.
Of course, they'll be my primary concern. I'll look after them and... Ooh! I wonder if they use strachnomagnifiers to...
Dr. Fredericks, the children!
Think of the children!
Huh? All right. Very well, students. Off we go. For science!
For science. Alright, mister. Alright, so obtain some free dry ice. Dry ice is very... Oh, man. Okay, yeah. So what's interesting about dry ice is that it is something a lot of people like to use, but it is something very dangerous and can actually damage you. So you have to use it with caution. It's something that can freeze anything like that. And due to its nature, it's basically like able to survive a certain temperature. So I mean, it's a chemical compound that actually is a noxious gas as well. So even if you don't touch dry ice, the chemicals of the gas that comes out of it is toxic enough that can probably kill you. Some fun fact, kids. Yay! Chemicals. Isn't this fun? Yeah, I don't know why you're making ice cream in this place and weird... I guess the monster thing could make sense because you're making life, but okay, whatever. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Yeah, so it seems like it's going to be interesting, and see if I can do this. I do, but ew, not fun. I will state though, during this time, I'm trying to think. I'm hoping that these videos, I've kind of trying something new now where I'm kind of shortening the distance between the clips of me talking or the dialogue between each character, unless of course I have something to say in the middle. Rarely that is the case, but I'm gonna try to do this to see if it's actually better speed wise. You may tell me down below if you like this suiting better versus the whole waiting for a response to happen, because I've seen in my past videos that it does get kind of annoying on my end watching this, and I'm just like, oh my god, the long pause. I tend to try to be informative, entertaining, or educational. This playthrough does get somewhat entertaining for all the wrong reasons. I don't think it's gonna happen until like part 3. I'm not sure if this is gonna be about 3 or 4 parts. We're gonna have to see. I'm gonna try to see and aim it for 3. Much like the other, not to be talked, the event that the event that shall not be named. What a sucky way. That sucked for how that turned out. That was the first time I've actually ever played an event and was just so dread. Well, I will say that these characters... Oh, okay, she's just hiding in the building. That's nice. Yeah, so thinking about that price, $12.99. 13 bucks. Canadian. Anyways, dry ice should be done, so that's easy.
This is it. We're here. That's one huge building. I know, right? Ooh, I can't wait to step inside.
I wish we could.
Welcome, eager students, to the Dark Falls Seaside Chemical Industrial Complex.
They'll have to do something about that name. Thank you for the gracious offering to be our guide today, Mr. Dawes.
It's nothing, really. I live next door.
You live next door to a chemical plant? Okay. Yeah, okay, so it extract samples, place a waste container, water container. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a water container, waste container, Jesus. It's not out of the question with the chemicals. I'm surprised there's not enough cooler items. Maybe in the future we can actually have a sciencey event that actually has some better items, but yeah, this is kind of like a wasted opportunity, but hey, I still kind of like what they were trying to do here. I also hope people like how I kind of did Compton's voice, because they were trying to go for the sleazy salesman kind of angle. I figured who's like giving the foghorn leghorn accent of the southern gentleman, because I don't know, he's an older guy and I figured he can probably pull it off. I think I kind of did okay, but I'm not sure. Somebody who lives down south, tell me if I've actually done a good job or not. I'm hoping I did, but I probably might have offended some people. I really hope I don't. Ew. I'm like, oh. Really hope. Collar. Yeah, so this is the item, the unique item, by the way, that you can get. I don't know why all these areas red. I just have to tap them to make them back to normal. Red with blood. Oh yeah, so 12 days. So that's interesting to see how this will turn out, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, I think this will be it for this video. I think that's an interesting way to we started this whole thing. Just to see how everything goes about this. And I'm interested in everything that will follow. And yeah, that will be very intriguing to see indeed. So the next video that's going to be coming up, if you're watching the playlist, is going to be the Crafting 101. If you're not watching this through a playlist and you're just going from part 1 to part 2, then the next part, in part 2, we're going to be taking a look at Compton Dawes playthrough, Compton Dawes questline, and see where it goes from there. So that will be it for me right now. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a like and comment, and if you're new here, maybe subscribe if you find my videos interesting, informative, or entertaining. But until then, thank you for watching. I've been Grimokan, and I'll be seeing you next time. Be careful of them zombie vampires, man. They're real. I seen them everywhere.